There you go. All right, cool. Here we are.
All right, here we go.
Hyperventilating.
I
Here
love
we
it.
go. All right.
All right,
Ready to rock
awesome.
and
We're
roll.
ready to rock. Hey guys,
Cool.
welcome a lot. We're here live with Eric and friends. We have a very, very special guest, Rosangely Negron of the Arendel group. And we're here highlighting a very special um, business, right? What we like to do is highlight businesses in the area, right, where we frequent, right?
Yes.
So can you tell Rosangely, introduce yourself and tell everybody a little about this business that we're in right now, because we're getting ready for the weekend.
We're getting ready for the weekend. Yes. Hi. My name is Rosangely Negron, and as Eric said, I'm the broker owner of the Arendel Group, and this spot is called Nail Lounge and Spa in Kenilworth, New Jersey. My friend V owns the salon, and they're amazing. So they're local, Union County, and they do great work. All the girls here are amazing, and yeah, so make your appointment. You can do it online. They have all the kinds of, all the
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you know what? I started this a few months ago. Where, you know what? Listen, I have a lot of my referral partners are realtors like Los Angeles, but we also want to make sure that we highlight businesses that we frequent, right? Because we live in the area. We're in Union County residents. You have your brokerage in Elizabeth, and we're over here in Kenilworth right now. And we're saying, why not? Let's get our pedicure, manicure done to highlight and just be different, and have fun, and just have a conversation
And have
like
fun.
always.
Like always, be different. That's
Yeah,
number one.
yeah. So Rosangely, can you just tell everybody here, like, just tell everybody how you started, how you got started in real estate? I would like to know your history.
So I started in real estate when I was 19 years. I was 18 years old, and
You're a teenager.
I was a teenager.
Jeez.
I was a new adult,
Yeah,
a very
yeah,
new adult.
yeah,
But I thought I was grown,
yeah,
because we all do at that age, I guess.
yeah.
And I ended up getting pregnant, and my dad sent me to real estate school. But I was doing hair, I had my cosmetology license,
Yeah.
which I love. I love all that beauty stuff. And then I started real estate school. So I went when I was pregnant for 6 months pregnant. And I remember somebody gifted me a baby, little tiny nail clipper. It was
Yeah.
so funny. And then that's how I started. And so now it's been 20 years since then. And I started out of something that was supposed to be like bad.
Yeah.
God used it for good, which
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah. Sí.
That's how I started.
So I'm over here. Tú me puedes hablar, yo no sé lo que estoy haciendo. You just tell me what to do. Okay, so I'm over here. This is I don't think I've ever done a pedicure. The first time.
This is great.
We were having a conversation. We're gonna pause on real estate for a second. But we're having a conversation. And here's the question now. I want to know. If you're a gentleman, if you're a guy, is it okay for you to go out and get money checkers on your own, or do you do that, like, to go on date night, maybe hang out with your lady? I don't know. What do you think? Like, is it okay for a guy to go get his?
I do. I
Yeah?
think it's very okay. I
Okay.
think to me, it's clean.
Yeah.
And when
Okay.
I see a man with like that, I can tell he does their nails. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
gives me a good perception. I think a lot of men do feel kind of funny about it,
Yeah.
but it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
We all deserve mani pedis.
That should be so. When you start going on, if you guys are single and you're going on dates, that should be one of the questions that you have to get to know each other.
Do you
Is it-
like it? You think it's cool, but are you gonna judge them? Would you judge them? I would be happy. I'd be like, good
Good
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah,
So you care about your hygiene, which is great.
very
And if
important.
you care about your hygiene, that does say a lot about your personality. It means you care about being clean, orderly. You're probably organized. You're not a mess at home. So I get it.
No. But it's a good thing. I mean, and you need to be. I think we work hard, and it's a pampering thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, it's hilarious that you like.
Hey, listen, come out here. Come out to Kenilworth and
Hola, mi amor.
get your nails done. Get ready for the summer. Listen. I'm going to the Knicks game for tomorrow. So I'm
Are you?
To the parade? Yeah. We're gonna
Oh, I
go
was like, wait, didn't? Oh,
to the
nice.
Knicks parade, yeah. So awesome.
Go Knicks.
So cool. So you've been in real estate for 20 years.
Yeah.
So how long were you a realtor before you decided to say it's time for me to go and start my own brokerage?
It was 15 years, so it was
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah.
But COVID did create opportunities that were unique opportunities that
Yeah.
I don't know when they will happen again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for the first time, oh wait, quick shout out to Daniela.
Daniela, how are you?
She's the best. My
All
girl,
right.
¿cómo se llama? Y Luz.
Luz. Tenemos Daniela de Luz aquí.
Those are petty queens.
Yes. All right.
So COVID created an opportunity to take the broker's exam online.
Okay.
First time ever you could do that.
Okay.
And I just took a leap of faith, and
Yeah.
everything was burning. And I'm like, well, if we're gonna be home, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
So I took the broker's course during COVID.
Yeah.
But it was like perfect. It was like a bad thing turned into a good thing. Kept me busy too,
Yeah.
so I didn't like you spiral at home sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
And then I just feel like I jumped off a cliff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then just keep going. Like even if it doesn't make sense, being a business owner is
Yeah.
not for the it's how can I
Listen,
say? It's interesting things, a lot of unknown.
Being a realtor, you're your own CEO in many cases, right? Because you're equal to kill kind of deal. But now, as a broker, there's so many different things that you have to consider, right? You have a team that now depends on you. You have to lead and manage,
Right.
right? You have finances now. You have rent, right? You got to worry about. You have compliance requirements. So do you feel that the brokerage you've been doing this for 5 years is something that you are grateful for? You feel like it was the right next step for you?
Yes, I was built for this kind
Yeah.
of chaos. It's all
Yeah.
good chaos because
Yeah.
but it's a different animal.
Yeah, yeah.
But the more I'm into it, the more I realize I do have the business eye. My brain just has always worked like that, and
Yeah.
now I get to
Yeah.
use it, and I love to see people grow. My favorite thing is when they come in with like a busted car, and then a year later they have a brand new car, and because they started or they grew their business or whatever, or maybe they have a family now because they feel more stable to provide. Like
Yeah.
that, that's the broker part that makes all the harder things.
Yeah.
Kudos to brokers and business owners, but it's
Yeah.
all worth it.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I like it.
You ran a great team. You have a great office. So it's always about the culture that you cultivate. Well, maybe start with the broker, the leader. And anything you do, like your personality, right, really trickles down, right? Because you
Yeah.
create that culture for the team.
You have, or it's like a standard of
Yeah.
care, right?
Yeah.
If I show up a mess, then they're like,
Yeah.
she don't care,
Yeah.
and I care a lot. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. So she's gonna show up tomorrow where her nails done. So they're gonna be like, she cares. So
She's clean.
She's clean. So if you weren't doing this for 20 years, right? What would Rosangely be doing if it wasn't real estate?
I would own a few salons, but
Yeah.
not nails, hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love hair. I mean, I'll probably be. If, no, that's the other thing I love.
Yeah.
I love law too, but not an
So
attorney.
you still be business owner. Like you just telling me you can't work for nobody else. You gotta own your shit.
Yeah, I've always been like that. So I was
Yeah.
always every time I went into like a regular job, I call it because I had very few.
Yeah.
I always immediately started thinking about things that I could improve, or how I could become a manager faster, or how I could work, smarter, not harder,
Yeah.
get paid like for my time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be. Thank God. I hope to never have to do anything like that.
Yeah.
And you can help more people this way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, listen, and it's super impactful, right? And the more you do this, and the more people you help, the more you see how you can impact people. And I'm pretty sure you've helped people 20 years ago that you still help them today, and you see how they continue to build that generational wealth. Right?
Yeah.
I just published a book a couple weeks ago, and it's called From Renter to Wealth Builder, because the average homeowner is 40 times wealthier than the average renter because of that equity, because of those tax benefits, right? And it's super important. And I think that's the rewarding part of what we do, is really see that kind of trickle down from generation to generation.
I think that's the biggest thing, because you're changing lives, and we work in a primarily minority area.
Yeah.
So a lot of our home buyers are first time home buyers, then first time sellers, and first time, then the kids are,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think seeing that and the net worth, like someone said to me, oh well, an agent in my office, well, do you even own anything because you're always paying taxes?
Yeah.
And I say, yeah, you own the equity, and the house is yours. That's it. It's your money to take it out. So it does make a big difference. That 40% net worth is it's noticeable. You
Very
know?
noticeable. Like, listen,
Yeah.
right now, if you buy a $500,000 house, and right now the projection in New Jersey, home appreciation prices are about 6% a year.
Correct.
If you use 5% for simple sake, $500,000 property next year's going to be worth $525,000. If that 5% appreciation stays the same, because we are the most densely populated state across from the most densely populated city in the country, in a year you'll have $100,000 of equity. How long does it take somebody to save $100,000? Maybe not even in a lifetime, right?
Yeah.
But that's why home ownership really replaces that, which is great. So this is actually really relaxing. What's more relaxing? So would you rather do mani pedis, wine, uh, um, coffee? Like what's your ritual? Like, cause listen, this you like especially as a broker, you have a lot of things you're struggling. You just came today. You're like, I was late in my dropping off my daughter.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You have a lot. You're a mother. You're a business owner, right? So what do you do to relax, kind of bring it all down? Like after you say, okay, this day has been chaotic. What's your go-to relaxation?
So I do it in reverse. I do morning like rituals, I guess you would say. I wake up early,
Yeah.
make coffee.
Yeah.
I do olive oil and lemon shots that I highly recommend in the morning.
Olive oil and lemon sauce.
A little, yeah, a little olive oil, a little lemon. Just take like a shot before anything. It's so good. It has a lot of benefits, but a lot of it is anyway. It's really good for your skin and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I do coffee, and then I work out, and I pray, work out. I've been reading the Bible actually for like over a year.
That's awesome.
That's something people may not know about me.
That's great.
I read like a little bit. Like right now I'm in Genesis, so it's honestly not the most fun because a bunch of names.
Yeah.
But it just changed my life. So I make sure that's very important. Then I go do my workout. Like today I worked out an hour before even starting the day. That makes it because at the end of the day I just go to sleep.
Yeah.
Take a shower. Like I'm done. But in the beginning I get ready for the day instead of letting the day come for me. I'm like coming for the day.
I think that's super important. Yeah, I think morning rituals and evening rituals.
Yeah.
Grounded. You control the day. Listen, days are gonna come at you. There's gonna be a lot of unexpected things, but when you have time for yourself in the morning and in the evening, in the end it kind of comes full circle. Right? You can't wake up thinking about work all day. You can't go to sleep thinking about work. You gotta have that me time. Right?
Yeah.
And you mentioned something about so that routine is super important. You mentioned the Bible, and we're not we're not pushing religion or whatever. But I think that if you have to believe in something, you believe yourself, be spiritual. Like I'll tell you right now, I think I'm a pretty smart guy, but I don't understand it. Like, I need like an
It's valid.
Version. I need like an embodied version of the Bible. So
There are.
Yeah.
There are.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you something. I grew up in church and everything, and I still when I started, I just did start it last year, so I just take it. I randomly started very randomly in like Matthew 6, not even the first chapter.
Yeah.
I didn't understand this, so I do Google a lot. And I just reread it, and then it just I don't know. It's a mystery with the Bible, but there's a lot of studies.
It's just like so whether it's the Bible, right, that you read every morning, or whether it's a book. So I'm part of a coaching community, and we read a book every month, right? And actually, look, I just got a tattoo, right, 2 weeks ago on my birthday, about a coffee bean.
Happy belated birthday! I didn't know. Realize.
So yeah, so
oh, cool.
So like so obviously you get messages, you get strength from reading the Bible, right? But even books, you read a book whether it's 10 pages, you're gonna get some ideas, and it's gonna charge you.
Yeah.
So like the coffee bean, I want to share this message because I think it's an amazing message where it made such an impact on me this year. Because every year what I'm doing is I turn 45. Every year I'm gonna get a tattoo that kind of like that summed up that year for me, right?
Okay.
So like last year I rented an RV and I traveled around the country. I got a little tattoo in New Orleans, which is my favorite city, right? This year I got the coffee bean. And I heard the author speak. But the coffee bean is this, right? And we'll go back to real estate, but this is important to kind of be grounded. What happens? So let's take boiling water. Boiling water, right? Let it be a metaphor for life. Right? It's an extreme condition. Bad things happen, like life can be hard.
Yeah.
Heartbreak, right? Failure, death, right? So that's boiling water. So what happens, Rosangely, when you put a carrot into a pot of boiling water? What happens to the carrot? The carrot gets soft, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You do that same boiling water. Now you're gonna put an egg in it. What happens to that egg?
You cook it.
It gets hard.
It gets hard. Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now you have the same conditions. You have two different things that get adapted, get changed by boiling water, aka life. So if you use the carrot as a metaphor to a person, right? Sometimes people they are afraid, they cower at life, how hard it is. And if they, they don't have relationships to maintain them, and they're just afraid to try new things. They're the carrot. Well, the egg is just angry and hard and mean, and just the world toughens them up, right?
Mm-hmm.
We both know a lot of people that are either a carrot or an egg.
Right.
Okay, well, the coffee bean is different, right? Because what happens when you put a coffee bean in the same conditions? Well, that coffee bean transforms the water into coffee, right? So
That's very cool.
instead of letting the conditions transform it, it transforms the conditions. So I think that's a great metaphor for life because
I never heard that one. That's very
really
good.
right?
Very, very good.
And I love
It changed the environment instead of letting it.
So no matter what happens to around you, it's how you react to it.
Right.
Don't let the external factors and the environment change who you are. You can change it. You can be that light in the room where somebody can be, it can be tense and you come in and change your environment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can take over a brokerage, or we're in a recession or a tough environment. You can go and you can change. You can influence your environment. You can influence the people. So it's a pretty cool book. And again, I tied it to the Bible because whether it's the Bible, whether it's the book of choice or your religion, it's about getting outside ideas and growing from within.
Yeah, and we're all spiritual beings. We're all compounded of physical, spiritual. You need all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a very good analogy.
Yeah, right. So it impacted me. I got a tattoo it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what I do next year.
That's very cool.
So okay. So we're in New Jersey, right?
Mm-hmm.
How's the market? It's like listen, you deal with sellers, you deal with buyers. Like, how can you categorize this market that we're in right now?
This market, it's interesting, right? Because you have to definitely price it right. You're not getting these. You can't just not know what you're doing. You can't just put any property on the market and sell. You have to market it right. You have to price it right. But like the article actually you had sent me that I used in my power hour was about New Jersey. We're in a unique position because we're going up 6% in value year over year. Newark is having its moment, its highlight moment at 6.7%, right? Which is hello Newark. Nobody wanted Newark. So, and Newark is just it's a hub because we're right around it. We get benefited from that. So what I'm seeing is every property we price right, where the sellers are actually letting the professional us let them know, like, look, this is how much. Because look, this is what people don't understand. What is the benefit for me to overlist your house? For you to think like, so we could play the Lulu world for a few months, and then you're gonna call me, and then in 3 months you're gonna hate me. Because now, why didn't you tell me that you did that? So the way I see it is like, I'd rather give you bad news like a doctor. When you go to the doctor, he don't be like, oh, what do you think you should feel? You're there and he's like, this is what you need to take. And they don't really ask you. They're just prescribing it, right? Like, that's what you need. Whether you go home and take it or not, it's up to you. But that's what I do. This is the prescription. This is what you need. And the ones that listen, we do get multiple offers. We're still selling over. I just closed. Well, actually, today we're closing one that it's sold for 50 grand over asking price. So it's, but you have to, like, you can't just be a real estate.
You gotta keep it real with it.
You gotta, and you know what? Tell them the truth, because the truth will set both of you free. And if you don't get the listing, guess what? Then the next agent's gonna suffer, and then they're usually what happens. They come back to the one that told them the truth. Because we want to help you, like, 100%. And also it's my business. Why would I want to listen? I can't sell. And if you get more money, I get more money. Like, we genuinely, sometimes you just have to let, if you let your realtor, if they're doing a good job, like, you will get the most out of it.
That's a lot of nuggets in there. We talk about this, keeping it honest. Like, you make sure that your client let you be the advisor that you are. You're the market expert that has 20 years of experience. You understand the market conditions because you're dealing with it every single day in and day out. And listen, I'll tell you right now, I've never done this before, but Luis was scrubbing my foot. Like, I don't know, I must have had I have 45 years of layered cake in my foot. I don't know what's going on.
You see how nice? It's worth it, because we all have a lot of stress. You know how many nerve endings? Don't even get me started on the feet. How many nerve endings we have on our feet?
Oh yeah, I can tell. Yeah.
So it's all.
So you gotta keep clean, guys. Especially if you're single, go get your feet done.
Yeah, and you know what? All this, when people do that to your feet, all those nerve endings, you're releasing toxins. Like, it's like a lot of all benefit. Yeah, all benefit.
So how often do you come here?
Depends. Usually definitely once a month, once every 3 weeks. But if I have like an event, twice a month.
Got it.
And I've been coming where she does really cool designs too.
Oh, really? Okay.
And they do tanning and other stuff.
You know what's crazy? Because this is great too. Because I'm a 4-minute drive from Rosal Park.
Oh, that's right. You're close, really close.
And I come to the liquor store right here every once in a while.
Perfect.
When I want to get bent. So now, I know.
You get your wine.
Boom.
Pedicure.
So I've never did it before, which is great. Okay. So right. Okay. So we're talking about the market.
Yeah.
So like, what do you tell buyers that want to buy a house, but they don't think that they can buy a house? They call you and say, "Cassandra, I always want to buy a house, but the market's crazy. These interest rates, these home prices." Like, do you have that conversation often?
Yes, all the time. The interest rate is a big one that I'm almost like, listen, I want to like pause them and just say, listen to me. You know, like these 3%. So you're not gonna, unless God forbid some other crazy thing happened. The last time we saw interest rates at 3 besides COVID was 2008, one of the biggest recessions we had in like 100 years, right? So it's like, then you have a pandemic that happens every 100 years. So we need to get real about what is the market. And they always say the best time to get into real estate is yesterday because the market, I think, and also I think 6% rate is pretty good. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
Not
well,
bad.
the average rate in the last 40 years has been 3.42%.
Exactly.
But granted, like I also, I put myself in the shoes of the buyer, and this is why I wrote the book, and it's gonna be coming out in Spanish soon too.
Nice.
Because, all right, even if when the rates were 8.42%, the same house was worth $200,000. Today's worth $600,000.
That was gonna be my next point. The prices and the economy, of course. But guess what? Like we all are very in this area. If we can find money even in our own budget because we're very comfortable in certain ways, right? Like maybe tighten up the eating out for a little bit. There's a lot of money to be. I when I was gonna buy my house, I had to button up too. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it's like easy. I'm just saying if you want it, you can do it. You just have to. Like I remember I used to go to Dunkin' Donuts and get coffee. Well, if you sum that up, $7-8 a day times $70, you're spending like almost $300 a month on coffee.
And how about Uber Eats and DoorDash?
And
going out to eat every Friday, right? So it's a sacrifice, and it is harder, right?
It is.
I feel like it does feel out of reach for more people now more than ever.
Yeah.
But what's important is working with people like you, working with people like me, that's going to advise them so they can feel more comfortable. And they may not be ready today.
Correct.
But where do you need to be in 6 months from now, a year from now? And if you gain the knowledge of what you need to do to get creative to buy a house, right? You never know. Today you might be on your own, but 3 years from now you might be getting married. Now you have a two income household, right?
Correct.
So it's never too early to get educated, and this is really why I do this, because I built my business through education. And if I talk to 10 people in a day that want to buy a house, maybe one of them are ready to start looking tomorrow, right? But the rest is about putting them on that path.
Yes. And some people are nervous to start. Most people they always think. I always find, not always, but a lot of times they're like, "Oh, I'm not ready," and those people are probably a little bit better ready than the ones that are like, "Oh, I'm so ready." But everyone has something going on, and not everyone's ready right away. But if you take the first step, right? Like when they call me, my first step is to say you got to call Eric because you're the money guy, so you need to know. I'm the one that I look at it like you give me the money, I go shopping. Yeah. You tell me how much the budget is, then I get to do the other part, like let's go get the house and area comps. But first thing is, how do you get ready? And you know what? Some people may not be ready right away, but a year goes by so fast. Yeah. Right. So I do encourage buyers just talk to us. You don't have to pay anything to talk. You don't even have to pay us till you close on a house. Yeah. Whenever that happens. Yeah. Consultations are free. I've had people tell me that they've been charged for consultations
and application fees to get approved and all those kinds of things. But again, it's who you work with really matters. And if you want somebody that's going to have your best interest, I want to stop here for a second because for those of you guys who are watching, maybe the ones on Instagram can see that that we're getting our feet done here. Over here in the rest of the platforms and Facebook, YouTube, right? You don't see it, and I don't want you to see my feet, right? Because you're gonna be like, "What's going on?" Right? Especially my first time, and then I don't want you to see Los Angeles feet either, because now they're gonna say, "Is this an OnlyFans situation where we kind of we're just having a conversation, but just know what's going on. We're getting
We're doing our feet. Yeah. I wish we could have got seen Eric figure it out when he was trying to get on that chair.
This chair was like,
It was hilarious.
I've never been there. But anyways, it's good. Good
Need a
having
videographer to follow you around.
good conversation in a place where Rosangely frequents, and we want anybody that visits this the nail salon. Can you shout out the nail salon once again, Rosangely?
Yes, Nail Lounge and Spa in Kenilworth, New Jersey. Is right on the Boulevard.
Right on the Boulevard. Come get your feet, your nails done. I think they have a great team here. How long have they been here?
I believe she started during COVID. It's a woman owner too. I want to say no, maybe 2021. I'm not 1,000, but it hasn't been that long.
So come check it out. And then for those of you guys that come here, right? If you guys are looking to purchase a property, right? Reach out to Los Angeles. Reach out to me. We're experts in the area, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So right now, right? Your team. So how big is your team right now, Los Angeles? How many people are in your book?
So I have 25. Well, 25 including me, so 24 agents.
Yeah.
And I have some of them are part time, and I have a nice like 10 group that's like, they're the movers and shakers. Yeah.
Now, are you looking to continue to grow and add people to your team? Is that something that, or are you really selective and you're not looking to grow right now?
I'm always looking to grow, but I want to grow like I want to tighter. I don't know. I like quality over quantity. I'm a boutique, brokerage. I'm not trying to be a big, so I am more picky about. I'd rather have a smaller team and then everybody's rocking it. That way we all vibe off each other, right? Because it's important. We're together anyway. Than to have a ton of people, and managing people is not the easiest thing if they're not into it. So I want to grow, but I want to grow I don't know if it's, I'm not sure how to explain it, but not in numbers.
But it's easier, yeah. So if you have 25 agents, if every one of those agents gets better and grows their business by 10% year over year, that's growth. Because they're getting better, you're giving them the tool that they need to continue to grow.
And I think some agents add a lot of value. Like I have an agent, she's in Florida, for example, and she's always she's adding value in other ways, connecting with people here. Not every agent has to be a top producer to add a lot of value, but I do look for that added value because I think we need it. We need it. Otherwise, we really have to be self-motivated, self-disciplined, self. So we need a good support. I need people around me that.
And it's you want to trust the people that you work with. Right?
Absolutely.
You think about it. If you work in an environment and you're too big for your own good, and you don't control the culture, it can be a revolving door. People can come in and out. Which leads into my next question, right? So, you have a boutique realty. What's the difference between you and your brokerage and the culture that you cultivate, the service that you give, compared to one of these bigger name brokerages? And there's been a lot of mergers as of late, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think is one of the key differences that you provide?
I think the major thing is the more tailored experience. I can shift gears as I need, and we have space. We do a lot of luxury, we do a lot of commercial. So, every case is different, even if you're selling homes, but you're dealing with people's lives. So I think that's number one. Number two, I like to be make people feel special. I like to pick something that you like, and then we're gonna actually deliver not a cookie cutter experience. Everywhere else is cookie cutter, and not everywhere. Blessings to other brokerages, love and peace. But I think when you come into my office, we're gonna take the time to actually have a consultation, be professional. I'm very picky about that stuff, customer service, how the client experience is. And one thing I learned actually in my church is how to do. I'm very big on hospitable leadership. So we lead with a serving hand. So I lead. I always say the wolves. You know how the wolves, the main pack leader leads from the back. And he puts the weak people in the front. And he puts the semi-strong, like the women, and then the strong guys, and then so
Yeah.
like that, like because that's the way I like to
Mm.
serve.
I
So
like that analogy. Great.
yeah, so that's what we offer. We're gonna take care of you, and then you become family. Like really, a lot of my friends have been past clients, or like, so it's cool.
So you said something, about that service, right? That experience that you give them, man. With, you know, other than peptides, we were talking about this before, right? AI is like the hot word, right? Um, and obviously it continues to grow, and I really do believe that as professionals, we have to adapt AI into our routine so
Right.
we can continue to elevate the provide the service that we give. But AI is not going to give you that one-on-one, right, service. AI still can't open the door for you and show you the house and tell you the good things about it, the bad things about it. Is it a good house to buy, right? So I still think that while AI is continuing to grow, right, and we're adapting it more. I use AI every day,
Me
right?
too. Me too.
I still think that it's about our real relationships, right? Developing that, right? And
I
honestly,
agree.
I think that the more AI kind of takes over certain parts of our life, I think that relationship with somebody is only going to be more and more important.
I was gonna say you kind of. I feel like you crave you because we
Yeah.
are social beings.
Yeah.
We're created to be social beings, so you almost crave because your AI is not gonna give you a feeling or a vibe or it's gonna hold your hand when you're getting in the middle of divorce and your husband's living in the ex-husband's living in the basement,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
and you walk. I've walked into houses where I feel the tension, and I'm like,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's we deal with life, not houses. I mean, we do, but life.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and you are, as a realtor, you're still the point guard. This is a
Yeah.
complicated transaction.
Oh, I was gonna. Are you doing a basketball analogy?
Basketball analogy.
I was gonna say
Go
that.
ahead, go for it. This is yours. Go for it.
We are the point guard.
Point guard.
Yeah. Wait, did you tell me this already?
I think I did.
Or maybe I stole
I
it from
mentioned
you.
it, but you can have it. You can
Go
have
ahead,
it.
you do. You probably got it
Go
better.
ahead, man. Go ahead. You can have it. And listen, this is great because shout out to the New York Knicks, 6-5. New York Knicks parade tomorrow. I'll be there.
Yes.
Right. So it's gonna be a history in the making. But yeah, go talk about that analogy. I think that's great to hear.
So I actually you know what, I did steal it from you. Thank you for that. I gave it to I was talking to my team on Monday at Power Hour, and I said, look, we're the point guard. So without us actually make everybody else do their position, right? I think I even name all the other positions. I have it in writing, but I did. I have it here, but without us, they can't move without us moving. So we have to shift like the room. We have to shift the atmosphere. The attorney that they have a lot of files. That thing will sleep there forever, So yeah, so I like that very much.
So you control the pace of the game.
Yes.
You know who to pass the ball to. Right, you know when to ask for the ball. You know when to slow it down. Right, you know when to speed it up. You're the one keeping an eye on the shot clock, aka the closing day.
Yes.
Right. Where are we? Right? Are you coming from behind? Are you half right? So I think it's a great analogy, and that's why the realtor still is the most important part of this transaction because the realtor spends the most time with that family.
Yes.
Most of the time, what I do is I don't even meet the people unless I go to that, to the closing or we do Zooms or whatever the case may be. But I can do loans all across the country. So the fact of the matter is that, right, there's going to be a deeper relationship with the realtor than with anybody else in this. That's because of the time you spend. Because you see they're going through a divorce. Because you know the kids' names. Because you know what's going on with the family.
You get personal. Inevitably, you get personal. Like I've held babies that are crying while the couples are fighting. All kinds of stuff. Like because you're dealing I do a lot of probates. So the family just lost somebody. So those are very heavy emotional. I think anytime, because like what are the main reasons you buy or sell? Like it's either death, marriage, upgrading, downgrading, and babies. Those are the top, right? So you do get personal, and you talk to them for almost every day for the length of the transaction.
That could be months.
That could be months. That could be 6 months.
6 months, right? And sometimes you get to spend, you get to see them more than your best friends.
Oh, right? Or you talk to them like you already are expecting, like, and then you start getting cool with them. So then you'll start missing that too. Suddenly. But we are in there.
So we talked about real relationships, how important it is, right? We've also talked about how you use AI, right, on a daily basis. How are you utilizing AI right now? Because I know that's like a hot topic.
I mean, I use it more for like research stuff. It helps me, like, if I want to find out something, I can find out faster. I don't really, I know people that consult with it all day, which is fine. I don't really do it in that sense. Or like to make things faster. If I need let's say I'm going to prepare for a meeting,
Yeah.
I can get a much better, cleaner idea. So
Yeah.
I use it for time management. Much
Yeah.
saves me a lot of time.
Yeah, and I think you can use it as your own personal assistant, right?
Correct.
And you save a lot of time. So, for example, like the little flyers that we do with this Eric Live, I talk to ChatGPT and we come up with a couple of different versions of it. I send it to Rosangely. The date is wrong. That doesn't look like me. My eye is too big. Right, whatever it is, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And we
yeah,
change
yeah.
it, but we can do it instead of having paying somebody to do this for us, right?
Correct.
Right now, I'm seeing this, Rosangely, that our consumers are utilizing it more and more. Some of the emails that are being sent to me, I know that they're asking ChatGPT or Claude, right, about
Oh,
these emails.
the client. Oh, yes.
Clients, right?
Yes, yes.
So we
yes,
have
yes,
to,
yes.
you know, and it's allowing us to be more sharp because now we can't just have them take our word for it. Like what we have to do has to be fact. And it's a good thing because I think that those people that utilize it better and continue to focus on their craft are going to continue to rise to the top, while the people that don't are going to stay at the bottom or
Yeah.
fall out of this industry altogether.
I've also seen buyers, like I had a deal recently where the buyer's agent, I was on the listing side, didn't have, like, he seemed to not have control at all. Like the
Mhm.
client did not trust him for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
Yeah,
And then he sent me a text. I go, "What is going on?" He goes, literally, he said they're listening to Chat GPT. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, we also have to have like a
Yeah.
conscious brain.
Yeah.
You know, you
Correct.
can't just that. I tell my buyers, I said, listen, we can utilize all the platforms. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And you can, but you also have to not lose the fact that
Yeah.
this is a machine and you are a human,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of other factors. But yeah, I think you're right. We have to use it to our
We have to
advantage.
use, and we have to tell people, listen, I'm your advisor.
Mhm.
It's great that you can use that as a support system. I use it too,
Correct.
but in the end, right, like you gotta trust us, and we have to do a better job though, gaining that trust
Correct.
with our client, which again goes back to the fact that if we don't get better as professionals and if we don't show the value that we provide, we're gonna lose business. But we can use it.
1,000%.
Listen, I talked to, I think, so I was using ChatGPT for the last couple of years. And in my industry, they say, hey, switch over to Claude. You can use both. Some Claude is better in some things. ChatGPT is better than other things. So I transferred my chat history to Claude, and I had 1,897 conversations with the chat. Right? And I transferred over to Claude. Now, 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 both of them, right? Both of them, they know what my goals are. I speak to them, right? They know what my goals are. So I've been wanting to write a book for a while, and I've said I want to start like this with my own journey and how my father bought a 2-family house in the city, and then he bought a $90,000 house that was a fire, like it was a burned out house in Bayonne, right? My when I moved into the house, I didn't have sheetrock in my bedroom, right? I helped him, and I remember in the weekends I would help him lay tile, right, and those kinds of things. But I started the book that way. But guess what, right? I was able to move faster because I utilized Claude. I said, these are the ideas. This is what I want to talk about. This is my target client. These are the chapters. I want to keep it under 100 pages. So for a couple of weeks, right, I was just talking to Claude, and I was going back and rewriting it, redoing it, and then I was able to just publish it. So it's much faster to get those ideas out because a lot of times you have analysis paralysis, but you have so much information to give.
Yeah, that's good.
That you can say, you know what, let me now leverage technology to help me get my message out there, right? So now I have a webinar tomorrow, and you were part of the webinar last week, right?
Yes,
as
yes,
well,
yes.
2 weeks ago. And anybody that signs up, they can get a free copy of my ebook, right?
Oh, that's cool. I need a copy.
You know what?
I need a copy.
I should have brought you a copy.
I'll read it.
But yeah, like it's something that I want to do because I think the more people that are better educated, those people we want.
I agree. I think a lot of the fear is lack of education because they think, and it's also like because again going back to minorities, it's the first time. Like my dad was the first one in his family to buy a house. My grandpa was like big business guy in Puerto Rico. He was like the first one over there. So like. But the fear of like, for example, now more people know, but like putting the money in the mattress, right? Like not putting money in the bank, like not trusting the system. So most people that create wealth, right? They have financial literacy that we don't have. Like my dad taught me what he knew, the little bit he knew, and now I'm teaching my kids. But like, imagine if we knew more, we go faster, right? So that's pretty impactful.
Now I want to end up on one last thing, then we can switch topics. But I will say this, right? So right now, especially for any realtor professionals that are out there, or any professionals, period. Whether you own a nail salon, any business, the big thing in the past was SEO, search engine optimization, right? With when you type in Google, hey, nail salon community, realtor that can help me sell her house, right? We wanted to be good at search engine optimization, but right now it's being called GEO, generative engine optimization, which is now people instead of typing into Google, they're asking Claude and ChatGPT. It's generative. That's what AI is using to crawl through the internet, so your name could pop up as one of the realtors that they need to sell a house. So we have to be mindful of that, and we have to change our strategy. So how do we do that? Well, right, since it crawls right through the internet, it's going to crawl through our social media.
Okay.
Are you continuously adding value, right? Are you continue? Are you so hey?
I have to choose my color.
So you have to choose your color, which is important, but
I already chose it.
I don't have that problem.
I came prepared.
So for example, right, you want to have social media that's gonna educate people.
Right.
If you are a bilingual realtor, right, you want to have messages in both English and Spanish. Do you have reviews? So, like for example, I'm restarting my Google reviews. Like my Google reviews are super important. Believe it or not, Yelp reviews, right?
You know what I heard? Did you tell me that too? Yeah. That Yelp was bigger than Google?
Well,
or like more. I don't know. You get more organic.
I don't know if it's bigger, but like ChatGPT, when you ask, hey, who's a realtor around me that can help me buy my first house? It does use it crawls through Yelp reviews. So just think about it. If you have 100 really solid Yelp reviews, you're gonna come up because it's gonna use those words. It's gonna use those people that are talking about Hosan.
Yeah, right? I learned. I didn't really use
Google reviews, Zillow reviews. Like I have 170 plus 5-star Zillow reviews, but I don't have 0 Yelp reviews, right? I'm restarting my Google review page, right? So these are the things that like, do you have a website? I have a book now, so now I have a book that's coming out. So now it's gonna crawl through all that. So when they search for somebody that's knowledgeable, that gives value, if you look at my social media, I started doing long form YouTube videos. Every week I post an 8 to 10 minute video on YouTube, one in English and one in Spanish.
Yeah.
Because now I'm doing long form. If you want to learn about down payment assistance programs, I have a 10-minute video about that.
Okay.
If you want to learn about reverse mortgages, I have a 10-minute video about that. If you want to learn about how to get pre-approved with the process, I have a 10-minute video about that. So the thing is that I'm building my social media platform so then that way when somebody's asking AI, right, I want to be one of the people that just comes to the top of the list, right?
You know, fun fact about Google reviews. So, Arendel Group, we got an award. I don't really, but I got an award for having top organic reviews in 2026. So I think I put it on social media. Awesome. But you know how we did that? We did it organically, and then somebody told me if you do it organically, you can compete with, because I wasn't in business that long, right? Yeah. So the ones that would come up were like, these are little nitpicks. Like, feel free to use it all.
Yes, awesome.
10 years plus. So I was in, like, how can I compete with the years? You do it through Google reviews, and then you start to climb your way up. So now when you look at real estate company in Elizabeth, I come up as number 3, but the top 2 are 20 years plus.
And you've been there for 5 years.
Yeah. So it's very cool.
You can use these tools to have a deeper reach much faster than ever before, right? As long as you know. And one of the things that my coach told me, Eric, ask ChatGPT or Claude, hey, who are the top lenders, right, in my area? And see what and why, and who are and how, like rank me. And it says, okay, well, Eric, your social media branding is like 8.5 out of 10, but your SEO is a 6 out of 10. And now you know where you lie, so you can say, okay, well, if I want to increase my SEO, if I want to increase my GEO, these are the things I want to do, and you can have a plan.
You know what? I checked who's the top brokerages, but I didn't take the next step of where do we rank in comparison.
And how do you get there?
How do you? Yes.
How do you get there? And it says, they're going to tell you to get more reviews, right? Do this kind of, post more on social media, whatever it is. Now you include that as you as a leader. You can include that strategy and that goal to everyone else. So if it's reviews, if everybody else around you, if all your team gets reviews, and if they're doing social media, they talk about the Arandel group. Now you're going to continue to climb in that generative optimization, right? Which is great.
That's very cool.
All right, so let's ask this, right? What's harder to find right now? A good nail technician or a good realtor?
This is live. Listen, I'm gonna say right now, real estate agents they got a little comfortable, got a little lazy because people are just coming to them. Not all, but I see it with myself. When I started, like for example, open houses were 4 hours. There was no AC. We had to struggle with a lot of. We didn't have GPS, no MapQuest. So I think that they're a little comfortable, and you need to do hard things in life. Period. But well, it's not hard if you come to the Arendel group. How about that?
There you go. And they have great nail techs here
they really do.
at this spot too. Which, by the way,
you're looking for people. Sorry, this is very important because I have to walk around with this for like 3 weeks. Un poquito más blanco, no transparente. Just whatever you choose is fine.
So you have these little things between your toes, and I don't. Is it because they're painting your nails?
Oh, because I'm getting gel
so
on my toes,
so it doesn't touch together. Is that what it is?
And then because I'm getting color, but you didn't get color.
No.
Are you gonna get clear?
No, I'm good. I'm a man. I'm a man. All right. By the way,
that's nothing to do.
By the way, listen. Some of you are gonna get upset. I have seen some people on here, some men, post pictures of their pedicures.
They do. Oh, that you.
Listen, we have a conversation. We're having a conversation about like if you're a single man, do you do this on your own, right? And and if you do it, great, whatever. But don't post it on social media.
Yeah, I think posting is a little
too much, right?
That's where I draw the line. Just get it done because you just gotta be clean, and then you just. And men, you have to have a line, and women too. Like I think there's just like some lines you just don't see.
Yeah, men don't post your feet on social media. All right, so we talked about like your routine and whatnot, right? And this is part of self-care. You're taking care of you, looking good, you're feeling good, right? What are some other guilty pleasures that you have from a self-care routine? Golf. Wow, tell me about that. I know we have a little. We hit the simulators. So is that something you're picking up now, or are you trying to do more often?
Yeah, I've been into it for a little bit, but I hurt my knee. So last year I didn't play at all. So it's been over a year, so I'm really happy to be able to. It's a sport I didn't expect to like enjoy, but I enjoy it very much.
Yeah.
And I enjoy like the people I meet there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's really when you want to disconnect, like that. It's you and that ball, and you just that's all you can think about. And I love that feeling, like because we think about so many things as entrepreneurs and our clients and business owners. My mind is constantly going. So that's like I call it my white space. Like I do white space one time every 2 weeks for 2 hours. It could be like this is white space. If I'm doing my feet, but like doing something I just want to have fun with, and that's really fun.
Yeah, I've been picking it up too. I'm no good, but I became a member of the Golf Cave Indoor Simulator, which you can do all year round. But one of the things about golf, right, is obviously this is a sport, right, and you competing against you and that ball and you swing and all that. Right? But it also has, you mentioned the Bible earlier, but I think when you go out there, you're in nature, right, and you're out there for a few hours, and that's super important, right, like when you're out. So I think part of the allure is, and you go to any golf course and this is beautiful, right? You have all these different landscapes and water and some of them. And it's just it's being out there in nature, and I think that's part of why as you get older you appreciate that.